today, and we're going to have some fun, all right, because there's money to be made here. Now, where am I? Okay, let's get the ball rolling now that we're here. Big group. I'm at Market Traders Institute, all right. We are at a 70,000 square foot state-of-the-art training and trading facility here in Orlando. What have we been doing the last 22 years? Training people how to do what I'm about to show you. All right. At this point, more than 30,000 people worldwide have come through, all right, this program to learn how to trade. These are people like you. You want to trade from home. You want to learn what to do. You want to make some money at it. Okay. We have become so successful at doing this, at delivering results, that Inc. magazine, right, they print us up and talk about us the same time they talk about Microsoft. Now, how do we get there? Look, if I can show you how to do this and you're going to make some money at it, when that time comes, you're going to be excited enough to tell 2 of your friends. Well, guess what? They come here and I can help them too. They're going to tell 2 of their friends. And that's how we get to be one of the fastest growing companies in the world. So I'm focused on helping you today because I know what's going to happen. All right? Let's just go ahead and get the ball rolling. And I got to give you the right information. You know why? Because this says if you don't know what you're doing, okay, you can lose money in the market. So I got to make sure that I'm protecting your downside at all times. Okay, you're not here to throw your hard-earned money against the wall and see if it sticks. That's a waste of time, all right? I'm here to tell you that I know you don't have a lot of room for error. I know you don't have a lot of patience when it comes to the downside. I get it, okay? Let me go ahead and open this opportunity up for you, and when you see how it all fits together, if I do it right, you're going to know that you can do this yourself. Okay, that's my smiling face. I'm Joe Cavallaro. I've been trading since I graduated college back in '94. Right, all the markets. I'm licensed in all of them: stock, options, commodities, futures, and forex. Okay, I know the difference between all the markets because I've been there. I've been a prop trader for a couple different firms on the American Stock Exchange and the Australia Exchange. Been a principal for a couple firms. I've managed trading desks. My whole life has been about making money in the markets and showing other people how to do it. Okay, when I managed my trading desks, my job was to make sure every last person on that desk was making money. So today, you're on my desk. Okay, today, you're on my desk, and I'm going to do what I know how to do. All right, and I can show you how to do it. And we're going to have some fun with it. We'll go quick, and there's a lot to cover. All right, I know you're here because you're excited. I'm going to keep going with information for the next 60 minutes. By the time I'm done, you're going to know more about making money in this market than 99% of the people on the planet. All right, and I'm pretty confident that what I'm about to show you, you haven't seen it before. Because if you had, you'd already be doing it. All right, I'm going to put an awesome piece of software right on your desk today. We got over $1 million invested in developing that thing. All right, it's proprietary software. I'm going to teach you how to use it. I'm also going to show you a formula for successful trading. It's not secrets, okay? It's just a formula. It's a set of steps that you're going to follow. All right, it was discovered by the president of our company. It not only allowed him to be successful, but also the people that come here, all right? That formula is going to be key. And once you learn that, listen, once you learn the formula, ABC 1, 2, 3, all right, you're going to be prepared to trade, not just with anybody, but with our group, okay? You'll be prepared. And we're going to go live. The market's open. We're going to trade this thing live right now. I've got some trades on right now. I'm happy to show them to you, exactly what to do, all right? The pound, the euro, and the Australian, we're going to touch on them. And at the end, what I'm going to do is invite 25 of you, all right, to come and work with us for the next 60 days, okay, to try this out, to test it out, and see if you can make it work for you, all right? And the best part is, anything I show you today, all right, that you can react to or respond to, you'll be able to do all that risk-free to you financially. So with that, now the group's all here. Let's get the ball rolling. And I'm here to tell you, if you're looking at the Forex market for the first time now, your timing couldn't be any better. We always talk about timing, right? Let me show you something, all right? Because we're going to look at a lot of charts today too. You see this chart right here? This is a chart of the Great British Pound, and you see this big stem to the downside, right? Most people looking at this immediately say that's got to be from a couple weeks ago when the Brits voted to leave the European Union. You all saw the pound, right? It just about fell out of bed. Well, I got news for you, okay? This is actually a chart of a different event. It's the pound, but it's the last time something crazy like this happened to it. The last time this happened was in about January of 15 when the Swiss bank did something just about as wacky as the Brexit, all right? What happened? that day, that very day, the pound fell about 3,000 pips. Now, why is this a big deal? All right, why am I telling you this? Here's why. Because for traders, gang, the event was important, all right? But it's not the event that was so important. What was important was what came after it, okay? And I'm not talking about years after. I'm talking about right after. After the big event, all right, it created the single best trading month for Forex traders that we'd seen in probably 5 years, okay? Right after the big event, we had the opportunity to make serious money. And the fact of the matter is, this is happening again right now, okay? It's what follows the event that can make you when it comes to being a trader, all right? And the fact is, you see this little formation right here, all right? It's happening again. Not just on one currency related to the pound, but on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of them. So if you've been waiting for some big opportunity, right? You've been waiting for just the right time. I can't make it any plainer than this. We're in the midst of this move right now. As a matter of fact, we've already left a little of it on the table. If you're getting here now, right, you've left a little of it on the table, but the fact of the matter is the remainder of it is still right there for you. All right, and if I can show you how to make that today, then I've done the job. There's 30 grand waiting for you. I'm going to show you how to get it today, okay? And I got the right vehicle to do it with. When I'm talking about the Forex market, all right, it's a market that's going to give you every available advantage. When you want to be the person that trades from home, okay, trades, and you want to be able to make money with something, you've got to make sure you've got a market that's going to be friendly to that endeavor. And the fact is, this market's going to give you all the advantages. The first one's the most important. It's leverage. All right, 50-to-1 leverage means what to you? It means you don't have to bring a lot of trading capital here to make a whole lot of noise. I showed you how you could do it with 300 bucks, right? You got 2,000, that's all you'll ever need. Listen, stock market, you need 25 grand if you want to be a day trader, right? Options, you got to have that margin deposit. This market, 2 grand, you're good. Couple of hundred, I'll show you how to make noise with it. Okay, it's a liquid market. We'll be able to move in and out in 1 second or less. It's a market that's open around the clock, so there's no gaps of time, gaps of price. All that stuff lowers your risk. Okay, upside, phenomenal. Downside, I'll show you how the market's built to protect you. And probably the best part is it's not confusing at all. It's easy. It's easy to understand it. Okay, and for those of you that are new, all right, I want to let you know you probably know more about trading this market already than you think you do, all right? Because when we trade, we're going to trade the currencies that you've heard of. And if you haven't written these down yet or you haven't committed them to memory, go ahead and jot them down. Those are the major currencies. That's what we're going to be trading. The Canadian, the Euro, the Pound, the Yen, the Swiss, and the Australian. We're going to trade those 90% of the time, okay? We'll get fancy once in a while, but let me build your foundation first on the major currencies. Now, if you know what an exchange rate is, okay, then you're already talking the talk, right? If you look at this information right here and you already know what to do, right? You've been traveling, you've been to the airport, you've been to one of those exchange booths, you go to the bank, whatever, right? If you already know what to do by looking at this, then we can talk the talk right away. Yeah, I can exchange a euro for the dollar at the going rate. Okay. Normally, you're talking about exchange rates in dollars and cents. This is where it gets to be a little bit more trader talk, okay? Because as traders, we're going to look a little further to the right over at these last 2 decimal places. Now, we're going to call those the pips. Now, you got to write that down, okay? Stands for price interest point. When exchange rates move up and down, okay, they don't move up in dollars and cents. They move up in hundreds of a dollar, right? They move up in these little micro increments that we call pips. Now, it doesn't look like much, but as traders, those mean everything because we're looking to capture pips, little movements in the exchange rate, okay? Watch how significant it is. Now, before I get to that, you have to know, all right, what makes currencies go up and down? Gang, it's always about strength and weakness. Weak pound, exchange rate goes down, right? Strong euro, exchange rate goes up. If it goes up like it did right here, from 110.35 to 110.85, right? What is that? It's a difference of 50 pips. So if you've got that part, right, if you know where to find the pips, well, you're just about ready to go trading, okay? The only thing left that you have to know is what you're going to be trading. When you trade currencies, you're going to trade them in lots. Write that in your notes, L-O-T-S, okay? A lot of currency, okay, is worth $100,000. Now that's a big number, and in the old days, all right, it was significant because in the old days, if you wanted to trade currency, you'd have to make a deposit of $100,000 just to get started. But anymore, it's different, okay? The way you're going to get in now is you're going to open up yourself an online trading account. I'll show you how to do it in a minute. It's easy, okay? You're going to open that up with a broker. You're going to make a small deposit into that account. Let's say you put in $2,000. The broker that you work with is going to match your deposit 50 to 1. That's where the leverage comes from. So for every dollar you put in, okay, the broker is going to match it 50 times. Well, then in this case, you just do the math and you see how you're going to get in, okay? That multiplication there equals $100,000. That's one lot of currency. So now you're in the game. What's the point? You need the broker to provide the leverage. The nice part is they do it. Okay, that's just how this works. Now, when I was sitting through my very first introduction to Forex, I said, why do they do it? Figure that's a good question, right? Why do the brokers give you the leverage? Well, of course, there's an answer for that. It's because there's something in it for them, right? No surprise. What's the broker going to collect for this? They're going to collect, write it down, between 1 and 3 pips on every trade that you do, okay? For providing you the leverage, they're going to take a little shave on your trade, like a tip, like a toll. Okay, like a commission, whatever you want to call it, okay? They'll collect that, and in return for it, they provide you the leverage. Now, that's a little bit of a range, all right? Here's what you need to know. It depends on the currency you trade. If you're trading the euro, it's 1 pip. Okay, you're trading the pound, it's probably 2 pips. You're trading the yen, it's probably 2.5, all right? Regardless, you pay the toll, they give you the leverage, that gets you into it. So now you're ready to trade. We've been at this 15 minutes, and you are literally ready to do your first trade. Let's say you're going to go ahead and do it. You're going to buy 1 lot of the Australian dollar. What do? You're going to go to a trading account that looks just like this, okay? You'll open it up the same way you opened up your stock trading account. You go to a website, you fill out the basic information, they send you a download link, and then you got the platform right on your desk, right? So most of you have seen this before, all right? All this is a place to do your trading. Now, if you're going to trade the Australian dollar, right, you're looking at it. This is the Australian dollar on the 5-minute chart. I can adjust that, of course. I can do the 30-minute chart, right? I can do the 1-hour chart, whatever I want to do, okay? Over here is where your currencies are, right? The euro, the pound, the Australian, the yen, the Canadian, okay? And there's buy and sell buttons. Well, if you're going to buy the Australian, okay, you click on the buy button. When you do, an order ticket comes up, okay? You're going to fill out the order ticket. Now, what did you say you were going to buy? 1 lot of the Australian dollar. Well, that's $100,000, okay? $100,000, and then I click on submit. Boom. In 1 second, my order's executed, okay? In 1 second or less. What's happened is, look up here in my scorecard. I've got the Australian 1 lot. I paid my spread to get in it. They gave me the leverage. And now look, I even got a little triangle here marking my trade right on the chart. So mechanically, that's all there is to it. You want to buy and sell? Here's your buttons, okay? You want to sell the euro? Click on it, right? You want to buy the pound? You click on it. It is literally that simple. So mechanically, I don't think there's anything here that's going to trip you up, all right? Now, let's talk about for a minute what you did. If you got 1 lot of the Australian, okay, you got $2,000 in that position. 50 to 1 leverage, that's $100 grand. That's 1 lot. Now, let's talk opportunity. Let's say your trade works out. Let's say while you're in this Australia trade, it goes up by 60 pips. Okay, the exchange rate goes up, right, by 60 pips. Well, there they are, 3rd and 4th decimal place. Well, if that's the case, okay, if this happens to you, how much do you stand to make? You just do the math. Okay, 1 lot times 60 pips, you'd make $600 on your $2,000 investment. Not a bad number. Okay, we'll talk about that as we go. The most important thing I got to show you, though, real quick, is those pips. All right, now you know how much they're worth. Because if it took you 60 pips to make $600, you already figured this out, right? Each pip is worth $10. Write that in your notes. Each pip is worth $10. And just so you know, okay, when we're talking about opportunity, I'm showing you 60 pips here, right? That's a nice number, right? But how often does it happen? Just so you know, okay, it happens in every currency every day, okay? In fact, you can go ahead and take a screenshot of this. This is the average opportunity for you in every currency every day. And it's not 60 pips, it's more than double that just about on each of them. Okay, on the euro, it's 135. On the yen, or on the pound, it's about 160. Okay, so this is what's out there. And what I'm trying to impress upon you right now is this. You don't have to get all of these to make serious money doing this. Okay, you don't even have to get one of these. If you get a half of one, okay, you're at 60 pips. What is that? $600. Do that 5 days a week, you got $3,000 a week. Okay, on my $2,000 investment, just keep listening, because that's how this works. Okay, now at the beginning, you might not be that good. At the beginning, right, I'm showing you 60, right? Let's say you can only get half of that. Let's say you get 30 pips. Okay, that's still going to be $300 a day. All right, 5 days a week, you're still talking $1,500. That's still a nice conversation for us to have. All right, and that's exactly what I want to have. And I want you to know, look, I'm not big on the hype sort of thing. I like to know what the opportunity is, but I like things to make sense. And I certainly don't want to be throwing my money against the wall, okay, and hoping that it sticks, because that's nonsense, okay? And I want you to know that absolutely nothing I'm going to show you is going to be guesswork, okay? Nothing I show you is going to be guesswork. Anytime you trade with us, like Peter did, Peter Cook said, look, I'm trading with you. Who's Josh? That's one of our traders here, okay? Some of you already know who that is. Fact of the matter is, when he says, look, I'm trading the formula, I'm trading it with right alongside somebody, right, a little mentorship, okay, and I'm following a plan, what does he mean? It means he's trading the right way. Now, what's the simplest plan? Well, he spells it out for you right here, okay? When he buys his currency, he protects himself on both sides, then he leaves it alone. When he buys his currency, first thing he does is protect himself. First on the downside with what's called a stop order. In case the darn thing goes against you, you don't want it falling out of bed, okay? When you place a stop order, it builds a floor under your trade so that should it be a dud, should it go against you, instead of falling off of a cliff, it'll only fall to your stop order. And as soon as it gets there, automatically, whether you're there or not, you'll be exited from the market, okay? That's going to protect the rest of your account. Now, in this case, in this trade, what did he do? He risked 10 pips. Okay, what else did he do? He did something that most new people forget to do, right? They always want to protect the downside, and that's fine. That's important, all right? That's going to keep you in the game, right? If you play good defense, the worst you're going to get is a tie, okay? But you also have to protect the upside, because when the profit shows up, gang, right, you want to be protecting that too. You do that with a limit order or a target order. So if the thing goes up, just like you'd be automatically exited to protect your downside, same thing here. You'd be automatically exited to protect your profit. As soon as you hit that mark, that money goes in your account, goes in your pocket, okay? Now at this point, what does he do? He leaves it alone. Why? Please, don't complicate trading, okay? If you've got people that want to complicate trading for you, right, they want to show off their vocabulary and all this other nonsense, most of the people that I know, right, that try to impress you with all the heavy vocabulary don't know how to make 10 cents, okay? Fact of the matter is, trading is easy. You get into a trade, it's going to go one of two ways. It's going to go up or it's going to go down. If it goes down, you get a small loss. If it goes up, you get a nice gain. That's the end of it, all right? Go play with your kids. Go grocery shopping. Go take in a movie. This is going to happen automatically whether you're staring at it or not. And I don't want you driving yourself nuts to do this. Okay, I want you to get the benefit of this whole thing, but I don't want you to have a head full of gray hair or no hair at the end of it, all right? Put on your stop, put on your limit, leave it alone. Now, what happened in this example? Well, of course, I'm going to show you a good one, right? Went to the upside. What does it mean? As soon as it hit that mark, right, he was exited from his trade, made himself $800. Now, that sounds pretty simple, and I'm here to tell you, if you can adopt this mindset, okay, if you'd be willing to risk 10 pips to make $800, you're thinking the right way. And what I'm going to tell you is this, okay, as long as you're trading properly, you're not going to have sweaty palms. You're going to be able to do this. Now, I want to look at your trade, and I got to show you, look, things can happen quickly around here. And at the moment, look down here. All of this is risk, okay? So this is not a good trade. You got no place to go, and you're totally exposed. So what are you going to do? You're going to come up here and you're going to click on your order, okay? And you're going to modify it. You're going to trade this properly, okay? Where'd you get in? 75.06. Well, let's build a floor under that trade right now. Okay, let's risk 10 pips on this, 74.96. Okay, 10 pips of risk. Now, if we're going to be together an hour, let's see if we can't make $200. That sounds like a good hour, right? What's that? 20 pips. So if this is 75.06, 20 pips above is 75.26. You know what I do now? I hit submit. Now watch what happens. Boom. In 1 second or less, my trade's been modified. Okay, let me in fact blow this up a little so you can see it a little more clearly. All right, I'll bring that up on the 5-minute chart. Okay, you see this? There's your order. There's your stop. So now you got a floor. Okay, you also have a good looking target. Now some of you might not like where that floor is. That floor looks a little low. Okay, you want to see how easy it is to adjust the floor? Just click on it. When you click on it, you can move that floor around as much as you like. All right, tighten it up a little, lower it a little, whatever you like. And as soon as you do, click on it again. Instead of having you fill out 2 and 3 order tickets and a cancel, replace, and was that good to cancel? No. It's done just about for you. Okay, and that's a great way to visually be able to trade right from your charts. Okay, it's absolutely fun, it's awesome, and I know you can handle this part. And now guess what? We can set that off to the side because we're protected. Okay, we'll check back in on that in a little bit. But the fact is, gang, mechanically you're ready to trade. Okay, the only other thing I got to clarify before we go do a bunch of it, because I don't want to just pick a currency out of thin air. I want to pick the right one at the right time. Okay, all I have to do before we do that, and I show it to you, is clarify this last thing. Okay, when you're trading and you want to get started in this market, okay, if you want to trade lots, you got to put $2,000 capital in the market, right, to trade those $100,000 positions. Now, if you do that, each of the pips is worth 10 bucks, okay? But I showed you an account that I had $300 in, and I'm making money with that. How am I doing it? Well, I'm not doing it with lots. I'm just doing it with something a little smaller, okay? Write this in your notes because most of you are going to start here anyway, all right? Dip your toe in. Make sure you know what you're doing. You'll trade mini lots. What do you need for a mini lot? $200, okay? You're still going to get the same leverage, 50 to 1. You're just going to trade a position that's 10 grand, okay? Each of the pips in that case will be worth $1. So with that in mind, all right, now we got to go and do this the right way. And now I get to kind of bring up the star of the show, right? This is our ultimate charting software. Write that down. All right, let me show you what $1 million and 22 years worth of development looks like, all right? A lot of fun, totally easy to understand. The software actually does most of the work for you, okay? We're going to go ahead and use it, and we're going to look at the euro on the 1-month chart. Okay, the euro on the 1-month chart. What do we need to do? What information do we have to glean here? Well, we got to know which way the market's going. That makes sense, right? We got to know where to get in, where to get out. Of course. Okay, keep it simple. Now, the one thing you have to know about this market that's different than the other ones, okay, is the Forex market does the same things over and over and over again. All right. And this market develops patterns. Now, we read those patterns using these blue and white candlesticks. What do you notice first? The market never goes straight up or straight down, right? The market moves in waves, right? That's what makes the patterns. All right. I want to isolate a pattern for you right now. This is where you really need to buckle down and pay attention, okay? I want to look at a pattern. I'm going to call it ABCD. Write that in your notes, okay? ABCD. Market starts at a low price. Great. What does it do? It moves to a high price. Okay, we'll go from A, low price, to B, high price. When it gets to B, what happens? Market runs out of gas. Okay, the market runs out of gas, right, and starts to pulls back here to another low price. Let's call that letter C before what? It moves on up here to letter D. So I got A, B, C, D. Okay, here's my question. Now, I've been doing most of the talking. Now I got to check in with you, all right, to make sure that this is making sense. And I really got to ask this next question. If there was a tool that could measure the amount of energy in the market, okay, from point A to point B, and the same tool could also read the amount of energy building up in the market from point B to point C, okay, so that the same tool could tell us before it happened not just which way the market was going next, but it could also tell us how far. Do you think that sounds like it might be a valuable tool? Type your answer in the box, and I'm going to ask it one more time. If there was a tool that could do all that, right? It could measure the amount of energy from A to B and the amount of energy building up from B to C so that it could tell us literally before it happens, not just which way we're going next, but how far. Does that sound like it might help you? Right? If it does, type a yes in the chat box. And no, it's not a trick question, right? I heard that and I said, what is he asking? Are we going to get a crystal ball? Will that help? Of course it'll help. Well, good. If that's what you hear me asking, type your answer in the box. Of course it would help, right? Well, guess what? There is such a tool, and I'm going to introduce it to you right now, okay? You might not have seen this before, but it's built into the program. It's actually called a Fibonacci tool. Please write that down, Fibonacci sequence. The Fibonacci sequence, okay? What in the world is a Fibonacci sequence? All right, first, it's a numbering system, and it was invented or discovered by an Italian mathematician named Fibonacci, okay? You can look him up, Google him after we're done. Check this out. This numbering system, this sequence of numbers, he found can be used to measure everything in nature. That's why they call this nature's numbering system. You can literally use it to measure everything. The number of scales on a fish, Fibonacci. The number of petals on a flower, Fibonacci. You can use Fibonacci to measure yourself, right? Your height, the length of your arms, the length of your legs, and so forth, right? The shape of your ear, that's all Fibonacci, okay? It literally applies to every living thing. And the fact of the matter is, it's all about patterns and energy. Well, the president of our company said, wait a second, the Forex is all patterns and energy. So if we can apply that Fibonacci to this, that could be the difference. That could be exactly what we need to use to make money. And the fact of the matter is, gang, there's a Fibonacci tool that's going to do all that, and it's built into the program. All you're going to have to do when you get this on your desk, all right, is identify a low price and a high price, okay? When you do that, you're going to draw a line between the two, right? A little click and drag. As soon as you do that, the Fibonacci sequence is going to appear right on your screen, okay? It looks like a step ladder, right? It's color-coded. Now listen, okay? What this shows is that the market had a certain amount of energy that carried it from point A to point B, okay? Soon as it got there, soon as it reached that high, what happened? It pulled back. Okay, it ran out of energy and came down here to this low price, C, before what? Before it made a U-turn, okay, and you can identify that. It just looks like the shape of the letter U. So what's happening here? Well, the market's come off of that low price, C, and it's bouncing to the upside, okay? What's it bouncing off of? This. It's actually bouncing right off of this Fibonacci number, okay? This Fibonacci energy level. Some people call it energy level. I call it trampoline. Here's why. Because I know how this works, okay? I understand that the market has come down to that Fibonacci number, and now it's bouncing off of it. So if it bounces, it's going up, okay? So now I know which way it's going. The best part about this is the Fibonacci can tell me how far it's going, okay? And it's easy to figure out because it's color-coded, okay? The market's going up from this red energy level. Now, how high is it going? It's going up here to this red energy level. Now, how do you know that, right? That's your first question. How do you know that? I just told you how I know. It's color-coded. It's going to bounce off the red trampoline, and it's going to go to that red level. And you're like, no. How do you know it's going there? Okay, it's a fair question, all right? Just hang with me. I got to show you first how the tool works. Then I'm going to show you that it does, okay? What you need to understand is the market comes down to that red Fibonacci energy level. It's going to bounce off of that trampoline, and it's going up. And it's going to go from the red level to the red level up here. Now, had it come down further, and you'll see examples of this, had the market dipped down further, let's say it came down to this point before it made a U-turn, okay? You would then say, well, it came down to here, this blue level. What you need to know is this. It's still a trampoline. The market's still going to bounce off of that. It's just not going to bounce as high. It's only going to go from blue down here to blue up here. Blue to blue. Okay? So it's going up, but it's only going up to there. And had the market dipped even lower down to the green level, okay, that's still a trampoline. It's still going to bounce, but it's only going to bounce to here. So you got red to red, blue to blue, green to green. That's how it works. All right? Now let me show you that it does, because what happened was this, okay? The market dipped down to this level right here, letter C, before it made a U-turn. That corresponds with the red trampoline, which means what? We're going up to that red level sometime down the road. We're going up there in the future. So I'm going to call that my future D, okay? Well, if my current price, right, is here, and my future price is there, well, that means this part that hasn't happened yet is my profit opportunity. Let's put some numbers to it. I'm currently at 127. This is telling me that I'm going to bounce up to 160.51, right? 160, that's where the Fibonacci's are, okay? Well, what does that mean? Well, gang, that's going to be a difference of 3,351 pips. $10 a pip. I'm looking at 33 grand on a $2,000 investment. First time somebody wanted to show this to me, I'm like, you got to show it to me, right? If you can tell me I can make $33,000 on a $2,000 investment, you got to tell me about it. And when I saw this revealed, I was dazzled, okay? Because not only did the market bounce off of that red trampoline and go up to, right, that red line, it went up there exactly. And as soon as it got there, look what happened to the candles. They changed color. It stopped going up. Why did it stop? Because it ran out of energy. The sequence was completed. A, B, C, D is a complete sequence. So what are we doing now? We're starting another sequence. And the fact of the matter is these sequences happen in this market over and over and over again. And it doesn't just work right on the euro on the 1 month chart. This works on all the currencies and in all the time frames. And what this tool does is it makes this market not only measurable, but you're going to see that it's repeatable. And the fact of the matter is it makes it predictable. And with that foundation, all right, all we got to do now is go live, okay? Now you're going to see it in real time. It's one thing for me to show it to you so I make sure you understand it, but now we're going to go live and we're going to put this to good use. I'm going to attach a formula to it, A, B, C, 1, 2, 3. You're going to see exactly what we do, all right? Fact of the matter is it's going to be easy for me to show you because you only have to know 3 charts, all right? The monthly is going to tell us which way we're going, very important, okay? The daily chart's going to confirm it, that we're on the right side of things, all right? And as soon as we get that, then we go to the 2-hour chart. I'll show you exactly where to buy and sell. So go ahead and get caught up in your notes. I'm going to bring up the Ultimate Charting Software live. And when you're ready to go a little further, you're ready, your notes are caught up, just type the word go so we can go live. And I'm going to get a sip of water while you're getting caught up. Give you 10 seconds. You with me on this? All right, here's what I'm going to do. All right, we're going to go through the euro first. We're going to look at it on the month, the day, and the 2-hour. As a matter of fact, hold on, let me shrink this down a second. Da-da-da. Hold on. All right. The month, the day, and the 2-hour. What do we need the monthly chart for? Let me bring it up here. Just watch what I do with the buttons because you're going to be doing this too. Okay? Here's the euro, US dollar, 1 month chart. Let me just bring up a fresh one. Okay? We're going to look at that first. That's going to give us our direction. Then we're going to go to the day chart. That's going to be our confirmation. And our 2-hour, exactly when to buy and sell. All right, I'll bring this up right now. What do you see here? The euro on the 1 month. All right, there's our candlesticks. There's patterns in here. Wait till you see how this works. All right, what I'm going to do to show this to you is I'm going to go back in time just a little bit so you can see, all right, exactly what you're going to be doing when you get this home. All right, let's go back in time just a little bit. What are you going to be looking for first? High prices and low prices. Okay, that's going to be your job. Let's say you got a high price. Let's give it a label. All right, we'll put it right here. We'll call it A. Okay, let's say you got a low price, right? Negative energy in the market carries it down, hits this low price right here. All right, what happens usually when you have a high price or a low price? You see a U-turn. See that? That's a U-turn. You're going to get used to looking for those. There's a U-turn. Here's another one that's just upside down. All right, how do you use the program? You got to put the Fibonacci tool to good use. Okay, you're going to come up here to this toolbar that's up top. you're going to click on this little square that says Fibonacci tools. When you do, all right, the top tool, the MTI, Fibonacci retracement tool, watch this. When you click on it, a little pin shows up, okay? All I want you to do is connect A and B. As soon as you do that, the Fibonacci sequence is going to appear automatically. All right, there it is. There's your Fibonacci sequence, okay? It appears automatically. Let me show you how this works. Hold on a second. I'm going to bring this up so you can see all of the trampolines on the screen. All right, what's going on? Negative energy from A to B. Then the market does what? Makes a U-turn, right? Turns back in the other direction until what? It comes up here to this high price, and then it turns back around. Well, when we have a high price or a low price, we're going to give them a label. You did an A, high price, B, low price. Guess what? You just found C. Now, where's C? You can see, right, that it lines up with this red trampoline right here. Now, if this works, okay, the way I'm telling you that it does, it's this simple, okay? That this market has energy building up here, and as soon as it hits that trampoline, it's going to bounce back to the downside. Now, how far is it going to go? According to this, if that's a red trampoline, it's going to head down to this red trampoline level sometime in the future, okay? Sometime in the future. So what that means is this area here that hasn't happened yet, that's your profit opportunity, okay? Now, where are you priced? Well, right now you're at 104.23, okay? 104.23. You recognize this at the U-turn. You throw some fibs on it. You say, okay, I'm at 104.23. Well, where are we going? Well, this is telling you that you're going to 82.86. That's your future price, okay? You're telling me that the euro is going to be trading against the at 82 cents on the dollar. Well, I'm not telling you anything, okay? That's what the Fibonacci's are telling you. But what you need to do is quantify what this all means, all right? Let's put some numbers to it to clear that out. If I'm currently at 104.23, okay, 104.23, and this is telling me I'm going to 82.86, well, that's a difference of 2,137 pips, okay? Now, what's a pip worth? $10, right? So multiply that by 10. We're talking about $21,000. If this thing works on a one-lot trade, okay, we're talking about risking $2,000 to make 21 grand. All right, see, let's just see if it works, okay? But now you understand what we're talking about. Best way to test it is just go forward in time. Look what happens, all right? Market never goes straight up or straight down. You know that. But we get lower highs, lower lows. And what happens? Market continues with that negative energy until when? Until it makes a U-turn, okay? There it is. There's a U-turn right there. Well, what we do with the last bunch of U-turns? We gave them a label, okay? Well, this one gets a label too. We got A, B, C. Guess what? That's D, okay? A, B, C, D. I want you to see something, okay? We've come to the end of a Fibonacci sequence. Every sequence is going to be the same, A, B, C, D, all right? Well, look where that D is. You see it? You see what it lines up with? It lines up exactly with the Fibonacci number, okay? Exactly what the tool told us was going to happen is exactly what happened. And now what's happening? How come it U-turned? How come it's going up again? Because the market completed the energy. It ran out of energy. Now we start a new sequence. And here's the neatest part about this, gang. There's no breaks in energy. Okay, where the old one ends, guess what? The new one starts, okay? You got a low price right there. So what are you going to do? Well, you're going to wait for a high price. Oh, there it is. There's a U-turn. What do you do with that? You give it a label. All right, you're going to keep doing the same things over and over again. That's what a formula is. Okay, a formula is something that you do every time that keeps leading you to success, so there's no changes. And a formula works. It doesn't work some of the time, or you got to shoehorn this or that. Listen, you're just going to keep doing the same steps, okay? Got a low price and a high price. Let me just connect them, just like you did before. Go up there, get your tool. There's your pen. Draw your line, okay, from A to B. There it is, okay? Your trampolines appeared again. Now what do? You wait for another one of those U-turns. Does one come? Of course, okay? There it is, okay? There's a U-turn. So now what do we find? We found C. There it is. All right, let's do our Fibonacci thing, okay? Market came down to this level right here, and it made a U-turn. Well, that lines up with the green trampoline. You see that? The green trampoline. So we've dipped deeper, but we're still going to be bouncing off of this green level. But where are we going? We're going to be bouncing up to this green level here in the future. That's if this works, all right? I can tell you that it works, but you got to see that it does. So right now, let's just say that we are proving, right, or disproving. That's what we're here to do, okay? But if we do go to that green level, right, at 98.45, and our current price is 91, well, what are we talking about? We're talking about 740, almost 750 pips, right? $7,500 if this works. Best way to test it, just take it forward again. Okay, what do you notice? Doesn't go straight up or down, right? But it maintains that upward trajectory, okay? Maintains that lower high, lower or higher high, higher low, this whole thing, right? And what happens? It goes right to this level here, okay? Right to this level here, and then what? Changes direction, okay? So guess what we just found? We just found D, okay? D is right there. A, B, C, there's D, okay? And what does it line up with? It's not an accident. Lines up with the green energy level, green to green. And when you look, when I first saw this, I was on the edge of my seat. When I first saw this, I hadn't seen this before, especially repeating over and over again, okay? And all I wanted to see was do it again, do it again. First time I see it, anybody can show me something once, okay? Second time, I'm kind of rubbing my eyes, making sure I'm seeing it the right way. But when you go forward in time, okay, and you realize, all right, what it is you're seeing, all you have to do is keep doing the same thing and be consistent, right? You got a high price or low price and a high price. Just connect them. Low price, high price. What happens? Market dips down to where? Red energy level. So where's it going? Up here to the red energy level. What did it end up doing? It went right to the red energy level and then it changed direction. So what do we do now? We just do the same thing again. Okay, connect the two. Low price, high price. Where we go? Happened again. Came down to red. Wrong button, sorry. Came down to red. Okay, that's C, right? C here, red trampoline. So where are we going? We're going here, red trampoline. And look, as soon as we get there, we complete the sequence and we change direction. So I've just shown this to you over and over and over again from 1995, where it started, right? I've just shown this to you over a 10-year period. Now I'm going to answer a couple of the questions that are coming through here, okay? Because I think it's important to recognize this. All right, because everybody wants to find the hole, and that's good conversation. You want to find the mistake. You want to find the hole, because what you're seeing, you're saying to yourself, there has to be something that can mess this up. Well, if you understand that during that 10-year period, different presidents were elected, right? Different prime ministers were put in or appointed. Okay, if you understand that we had the Asian financial crisis in '97, we had the internet bubble in 2000, we had the recession in 2002, that's all in there also. Okay, was there a typhoon or a tornado or a hurricane during this period of time? I bet there was. Did interest rates go up and down? You know they did. And the fact is, over that 10-year period, okay, the Fibonacci's still held. Why? Because all that stuff is in there. Right? All that stuff is related to energy, and it's in here, okay? And now at some point you have to say to yourself, okay, do I have enough information to be able to take a shot at this? Okay? Here's what I'm going to ask you. All right? If you've just seen it work 10 years in a row, okay? And this is the current Fibonacci that you're on, okay? Right here, low price to high price. You see this? Okay? You see a U-turn right here, okay? It's come down here to this red area, okay? Where are we going? Well, we got that gorgeous U-turn. We're going up, okay? According to this, we're going red to red. Now just hang with me for a minute, because I gotta find your mindset here, okay? If my current price is right here at 128, and this says we're going to 153, that's 2,500 pips, okay? 2,500 pips. $10 a pip, we're talking about 25,000, okay, on one lot. If you want, you could do a mini lot, okay, $200. You'll still make 2,500 on this, okay? The question becomes, are you ready at some point to find out if this works, and would you be willing to pay $200 to find out, right? Because in the meantime, what might happen? Well, you might find out two things, that you're $2,500 richer, right? And you're onto something that works. Because if you said, yeah, I'd be willing to do that, all I'm going to show you is, gang, it continues to work. Doesn't go straight up, right? But guess what? If you said, yeah, 10 years worth is enough information for me to take a shot on this thing, right? And if I risk $2,000, I just made 25,000. Exactly right. Okay? Because it goes right to that point, and then guess what happens? As soon as it gets there, changes direction. Why? Because the sequence was completed. Now we're going to do another sequence. Okay? This is how it works. And at some point, you've got to be able to take theory and turn it into action. Okay? And I showed it to you this way for a reason. So you can see this working over and over and over again. So now when I get to real time, which is right here, okay, now you say to yourself, okay, show me how to make money with it now. Because this back here, gang, ain't going to make you a dime. Okay? But you had to know that this worked in order for me to get you to this point. And does it work in either direction? Of course. Down market, up market. Now where are we? Draw your Fibonacci's, right? Look at, see this? There it is, A, B. Where'd we go? You already see it. A, B, C, blue line. So where are we supposed to be going? Blue to blue. Where'd we go? Hey, look at that, right to blue. Amazing, right? It's not amazing. It just is. And if you hadn't seen this before and now you're saying, wow, good. And if you're saying it can't be that easy, I'm going to tell you why not, right? Just because you didn't know it, right? This works, okay? And all you need to do is figure out right this minute what your boundary is. Where's A and B? Now, you can identify a high price and a low price, but how about this? How about letting the software do it for you? Watch this. Watch, okay? Instead of drawing them yourself, there's actually a tool that'll draw them for you. If you click on our logo right up here, you see this thing that says A, B, C, D? All right, watch this. This is my Auto Fibonacci tool. It'll do it for you automatically. All you got to do is find a high price, and it draws them for you, right? It shows you, right, the sequence and where you are right now. So this is where you are, okay? Now, what did I tell you earlier we're going to use the monthly chart for? We're only going to use it for one thing, and you'll be able to do this quickly, right? Monthly chart equals direction. We just got to find out if we're going up or down right now. That's what the monthly chart is for. Well, if I'm on this A, B, okay, A's here, B's here, what am I looking for? Well, I got this U-turn. So now I'm headed looking for C. Where is it? C's up here somewhere, okay, up here somewhere. If C is up here, okay, it means my monthly direction is up. Well, how do you know C's up there? I know because we haven't hit a Fibonacci level yet, all right? I know that we're going to hit one of these Fibonacci numbers before we change direction, okay? We're going to hit this first red one, or the second one, or the third one. Where are we probably going to hit? I'll show you, right? Just draw a trend line in here real quick. I would say that C is probably way up here, okay? But what I know is we're at least going to hit that first Fibonacci level, which means C is up here, which means our direction is up, okay? Our direction's up. That's all we need the monthly chart for. That's it. Find the direction, and we just did it. So now what do? All right, now we go to the next step, and you're almost there, okay? Now we go to the day chart, okay? Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to just bring this up and do it from scratch so you can see it from scratch, okay? Let me go to the euro. Let me go to the euro on the one-day chart, okay? Open it up. Boom. Here it is, fresh chart, okay? Now we got to confirm, right? The monthly says we're going up. Now we got to confirm it so we can make sure we're on the right side of things. Are you with me? Are you guys there? Okay? Hang with me on this because you're going to get good at what I'm going to show you. All right? For now, just let me do the heavy lifting. When you're in our trading room and you see this happening, all right, that's the help most people like to have, right? Hey, can I come trade with you? Well, if you do, right, this is what you're going to see, okay? I'm going to bring this chart alive for you. First thing I'm going to do, I'm going to draw a good trend line, all right, because that's going to tell me an important part of the story. What is this showing me? Well, first and foremost, I know it's a good trend line because it's reliable, okay? All the way back to August of 2 years ago, I see this trend line as being pretty reliable. Every time the currency came up to that trend line, what happened? It acted like a ceiling, right? Acted like a ceiling. Currency would come up, but pushing against the ceiling, couldn't get through, okay? Then what happened? Right here, we broke through the ceiling. See that? Broke through the ceiling. Now what? Well, now understand something. It's still a good trend line, But now it's acting like a floor. See that? Acting like a floor, right? Acting like a floor. And what have we done right here? We bounced up off the floor. Right now we're over here. What do you need to know? Gang, we've gone from the sell zone, okay, into the buy zone. Okay? We've broken through the ceiling. Before, every time we hit it, that was a sell. Now look. Now we've bounced up off of it. We're now in the buy zone. So what did we just do? We just confirmed our direction. Okay? We confirmed it. Now what do we do? All right, now let's go make some money. I told you daily equals confirmation. I'm also going to tell you daily equals dollars. Okay? Daily equals dollars. Let's go find them. What are you going to do? Bring this forward. Okay? Let's go ahead and magnify this a little bit. It's still the same currency on the one-day chart. Now, what did I tell you a little while ago? These Fibonacci's work on every currency in all the time frames. Okay? Let me show this to you. Make sure that that's true. All right? Just go up to your auto Fibonacci tool, okay, and find the low price. It'll draw the fibs for you. Now, let's make sure they work, okay, in all the time frames. Let me just go back to this one real quick. What do you got? Low price, high price, A, B, right? What happened? Right? U-turn here, and we headed down to this point right here, and then we made another U-turn. So what did we just find? We found point C. Where is it? It's here, lined up with the red trampoline. Okay. So if we bounce off that trampoline, where are we going? We're going up to the red level in the future. Okay? What happened? Take a look. Not only did we go up to here and make a U-turn, but look where that lines up with the red energy level. So Joe, that works on the one-day chart too. It's awesome. It's mesmerizing. It's fun. Okay? Because it provides that clarity. All right? Now where are we? Well, now we're on this A, B, C, D, okay? And what happens? Well, we hit that high price, then we come down. In fact, we come way down, right? Before what? Make a U-turn. You can see it, okay? Guess what you found? High price, low price. A, B, C, right? Blue level, right? Lines up right there with the blue. So where are we going? Blue. Just make sure. Go forward in time. Doesn't go straight to blue. But when it gets to blue, right there, what happens? Changes direction. Why? Because Fibonacci's in control. Okay? So it looks like this thing works on the day too. So what do? How do we make money with it right now? Well, there's your current AB. What have we done? We've dipped down to here, right? This low price, that's our low, right? Down here at the green level, okay? Making our U-turn. So where are we going? Well, if we bounce from green and we head to green, we're going up to here, okay? A, B, C, D, which means this is your profit opportunity. From where you are to your future price, 117.59, that's what it is. Where am I now? 109.83. Let me do the math, okay? 117.59 is where we're going. Clear that. 117.59, and we're at 105.83. So we're looking at 1,100. That's not right. I didn't do the math right. Hang on a minute. 11759 minus 109.83. That's more like it. 776 pips. Okay? 776 pips. 776. $10 a pip. $7,000. Question, dumb question. Please put in an answer because I got to check in with you now. How many of you could use $7,000? Is that a dumb question? Right? It's not dumb for me because my kid the other day went in for a cleaning at the dentist, right? Came out with an orthodontic bill for $3,900. So I could use that money too. If you got kids, you better be typing a yes, right? Could you use it? Mark 10, right, Ron, Alex? Well, then let's go get you some of that, all right, because that's what we're looking at, okay? And how do you get it? You have to go to the 2-hour chart. This is the last thing I've got to show you. Then you're going to be able to do this yourself, all right? The 2-hour chart is where you're going to do your buy and sell and manage your trade, all right? I showed you ABC, okay? That was on the monthly and the daily. Now I'm going to show you the 1, 2, 3 So you're going to know on the 2-hour chart exactly what to look for when it's time to buy. And it's so simple, okay? You've got a market that's going up. That's obvious. It's getting more and more valuable. But you don't want to buy at a high price. You want to buy at a low price. Has anybody heard that before? Buy low, sell high. Keep things simple, please. All right? It's not an adage. It's a truism. And you can find a low price very easily. It's 3 steps. The first one is look for the currency to be at a discount, moving from high to a low price. A bunch of blue candles together is the best way to spot it. See that bunch of blue candles? See this high price, low price? That's a discount. Can you see it right there? Here, let me see if I can find a better. Here. There's a better example. All right, hold on. Hang on. Yeah, can you see this going from a high price to a low price? That's actually going to be your first step. So let me put this in here. You've got a currency that's moving up, but what you see is an opportunity to get it at a discount. So write this down. Strong move down is what you're looking for. Okay? Now I don't want you to go buying the currency as it's going down. I want you to wait for it to change direction. All right? I want you to see the candles go from blue to white. Okay, the candles have to change direction. You don't want to buy something that's going down. You want to buy something that's going up. Not that has gone up, right, but is going up. Well, when do you buy it? You buy it when the candles change color. And you want to see, right, your candle, right, the white one, peek out above the one in front of it. Peek out. It's got to be a little taller than the one in front of it. You know what that's called? Traders call that an engulfing candle. All right, I want the white one to peak above the blue. Okay, that's called engulfing. And now you're talking like a trader, right? So white peaks above the blue. Then the last thing you want to see, all right, I want you to add a study to the bottom of your chart, okay? It's called a stochastic. Now, for some of you, that's getting a little deep, all right? I want you to know that when you're talking to traders, this particular little indicator, the stochastic, everybody just nods their head in agreement because we all know this works, all right? I've added it as a study to the bottom of the chart, okay? Hold on a second. See if I can find this, all right? You see this little red line down here? You see it? This little red line represents the buying and selling pressure in the currency that you're going to be trading, okay? The buying and selling pressure. And what you want to understand is how easy this is to read. If the little squiggly line is above the 80, okay, if it's above this mark right here, that's going to be your selling zone, okay? That's a currency that's overbought. It's time to sell it. If you see the little squiggly line below the 20, okay, that's going to be your buying zone. And if you're a buyer, that's exactly what you want to look for, okay? You want to see a strong move down. A strong move down. That's your first step. Then you want to see the candles change color. Why? That's like an elevator coming down to the ground floor and then heading back up, right? You're there pressing the button on the second floor, the third floor. Let me on, right? Let me on that thing that's going up, okay? That's your second step. Your third step is you want to come down here and just make sure that this little indicator, right, is in the buy zone, okay? That's step 3. And guess what? Now you know exactly what to look for when it's time to buy your currency. That's a 1, 2, 3 buy, okay? So what do? You just go and buy it, okay? You go to your online trading account and you buy it. Well, where do I put my stop? Good for you, okay? Where do you put your stop? You're going to put your stop, gang, in one of 2 places, okay? If you're conservative, what you're going to do is put your stop, okay, right at the very bottom of this U-turn. You see where that stem is? You're going to put your stop right at the very bottom of that U-turn. That's going to be where your protective order goes. Now, if you're a little bit more aggressive, you know what you're going to do? You can open that up a little bit, but not more than 10 pips lower, okay? So in this case, what am I talking about? Well, if this was a good trade and your stop was at 111.12 and your buy was at 111.23, you'd have risked $12 on this trade. And the cool part is, as soon as you get into it, look at that next candle. You'd be in profits, okay? And I'm here to tell you that when you see profits, that's when this gets to be fun. This 1, 2, 3, please write it down. I've been doing this a long time, and this silly little entry has changed the way that I'm able to trade because it gets me in profits the quickest. Okay? And when I'm in profits, all my decisions are good. What can I do if I'm in profits? I can raise my stop, right? If I raise it to break even, now what do I got? I got a risk-free trade. Okay? If you can raise your stop to break even, you've got a risk-free trade at that point. You can't lose. What else can you do? You can take the profit right off the table, right? You can take half of it, let the rest of it run. But all of your decisions become a lot easier when you're in profits. If you agree with that, type a yes in the chat box. Are all your decisions going to be a whole lot easier and more fun, right, if you're playing with the house's money? If they are, type a yes in the box, because that's where I got to get you. If I can get you to put a lousy $200 into an account, and I can just double it, right, so you can take your $200 off the table, and now you're playing with profits, that's when this becomes fun. That's when you're going to have a hell of a good time doing this, okay, where you're not trading with your rent money, you're trading with the house's money. And that's when this is going to be fun. Not one bit of this is guesswork. Good. Good for all of you that said yes. Because here's what you need to know, okay? Things happen kind of quickly around here, all right? And maybe you got this first one, and good for you. Because if you did, right, what would that equal? 87 pips. That's a nice trade. But it's possible, right? You want just to get a little bit of confirmation, see that that setup worked, but at some point you still got to be able to push the button because things happen awfully quick, all right? And when you're in a position where it's not below your stop, but you get an opportunity to make stems that look like this or like this or like this, that's when we really have a good time, because this is a good 1, 2, 3 setup. Strong move down, candle change color, stochastic in the buy zone, okay? On this entry, which was a gift because it was the second opportunity to get in, right? Look at what that one equaled, all right? How about 232 pips, all right, in 1, 2, 3, 4 days? You do that on a standard lot, you make yourself $2 grand, all right? With a $2,000 account, I can do all this. I'm just showing it to you, all right? I can show it to you all day. I can show you different people that have done it, right? Hey, this thing is the best thing ever, right? I made money. Right, I can show you. I can go to our Facebook page. People put this stuff up there all the time. People that we work with, right? New people. Hey, I'm up 250 pips, right? Hey, that strategy works. Charles was my biggest skeptic. You know what he said? I'll give you a day. Let's see if it works. He's up $500. What's he going to do? He's going to show up again the next day. All right? It's one thing for me to show it to you. It's another thing for me to have other people tell you about it. The best thing for you to do is put this thing on your desk because you've got to test this out. All right, you've got to see if that 1, 2, 3 holds water. Now, I'm going to tell you something. Does it work every time? Let me show you right away. Nope. Got to tell you that too. Okay, look at you got to tell me that's a good setup. You got to. Strong move down, candle change color, stochastic in the buy zone. That's what we're looking for. All right, but this one ended up doing what? It dudded out. Okay, came down to the stop. So what does that mean? Well, you ended up giving back about 25 pips. I don't know if that would have been so painful had you just put in 260, right? But what are you going to do? As you develop as a trader, gang, you're going to become a pro at this, all right? And you're going to look for those strong moves down. You're going to look for those candles to change color, just like they did right here. You're going to look for that stochastic in the buy zone, and you're going to understand when the right time is to push the button, okay? You're going to manage your trade. I'll show you how to do that more effectively as we go forward. But I think the first thing you want to do is find something that makes you money, at least gives you a chance to manage profits, okay? That's what you found here. That's what you found here. And I don't care, right, how much time you have in the day. You can go check your charts. You can find a 1, 2, 3 entry, all right, and you can make yourself some money at this, all right? Fact of the matter is, market moves. Oh, look at that down bar, right. All those down bars are and up bars are, it's all a part of the energy of the market. You're most concerned with what? Finding profitable trades. And as a matter of fact, look, this is real time, okay? So put this to good use right now. If this is real time, I want to see what you see, or I want to make sure you see it properly, okay? What do you have here? You have, hold on. See, I want to find this. All right, that's pretty close. Yeah, this is still a good trade. All right, this is a strong move down. This is a candle changing color. okay? This is stochastic in the buy zone, and we're above break even, all right? This is probably a second chance to get into the darn thing, okay? There it is. But this is real time. This is a good trade right now, okay? Now, where's your stop going to go? Well, your stop still goes right here at the bottom of the U-turn, right there, okay? So for some of you, right, you're thinking, well, at least let me bring it back up to that break-even point. Is it still a good trade right there? I'm here to tell you that it is, all right? And if I enter at 109.83 and my stop is at 109.71, what am I risking right now? 12 bucks. What would you do? You go into your online trading account, okay, and you'd go ahead and you'd buy the euro. Guess what? Just before we came on the air, I bought that. You know why? Because that's a good trade, okay? I put it right in this account that I'm using to brag to you because I've got to, all right? If it's telling me to do it, then I got to do it. And that's it. It's just that simple, all right? Now, if you don't like that one or you need another run through, that's fine. Put this on your desk, all right? You'll be able to decide now that you've seen it, and now you'll be able to do it, all right? What do I want to show you? Hold on. What is this thing? Oh, it's a little leftover remnant. All right. When you get this home, you have to prove to yourself that it works, okay? What are you going to do? You're going to bring up a couple other currencies, okay? Does it work on all of them, Joe? You showed it to me on the 1, 2, 3 with the 2 hour, the month, and the day. Great. Does it work with all of them? Well, here's the Australian, different currency, right? Watch this. You'll do this when you get it home. Prove to yourself that this Fibonacci thing holds water. Find yourself a low price and a high price, all right? Look for a U-turn. Remember that it bounces right off a trampoline. Well, if this goes red to red, where's it supposed to go? Up to here. Where did it end up going? Right to there. A, B, C, D. Completed the sequence. Now what are we doing? We're on a new sequence. It's awesome, okay? And when you understand that you're going to take this in real time, okay, and go and find it, go and find the money and trade it, all you're going to do is connect low price and high price. Find that U-turn. This one's beautiful, right? Where's it at? It's right here at the green line, green trampoline, and we're bouncing. So where are we going? You already know we're going up, all right? So you got your monthly direction already on the Australian. Do you think you could do that? If you do, of course it does, Alex. I showed it to you on the different time frames. He says, does the fib work with the lower time frame? I showed it to you on the month and the day, and oh, you want to know if it works on the 2 hour? Good. I'll show it to you with the pound. For now, I just want to know that you can do this part. Could you have done what I just did and found the direction of the Australian going up by drawing the fibs on it? Can you see it? Yes or no? Can you see how I did that? A to B to C, U-turn, we're going up. Does that make sense? Yes? All right. Then this is going to be the first one that you do when you get this on your desk today, okay? Because you're seeing opportunity. If this is sitting at 75 and we're going to the green line at 119, all right, that's going to be a $45,000 conversation that you can have with yourself when you get this thing on your desk, all right? You'll do the daily, then you'll look for the 1, 2, 3s on the 2 hour. What I want to do, though, right now is I'm going to let you do that one when you get it. I want to concentrate right now on the pound because this is where all the opportunity is, okay? It's major. Look, here's the pound New Zealand, okay? What do you see here? First and foremost, we're on the monthly chart. Now, again, do those Fibonacci's work on all the currencies? There's AB, right? There's AB, high price, low price. We come into a high price, red level, okay? Where's it supposed to be going? Red level. Where did it go? Look at, red level, exactly, okay? You'll do this over and over again. You have to buy into this concept. If you don't, I don't know what to tell you. If you want to say, oh, it can't be that simple, I don't know what to tell you other than I know a lot of traders and not too many of them are engineers and geniuses. Okay, a lot of the traders I know are regular guys. Some of them can't even match their clothes. They can barely make toast or cereal, and yet they have a boat, right? They make 50 grand a month. How do they pull that off? Here's the answer. They know how to do this, and they just keep doing it, okay? They do the same thing today that they did yesterday. You do too. You get up and go to work in the morning. You do the same thing today that you did yesterday, right? Why? Because it works, okay? That's what they do. This is what we do, okay? And we're fun. We have fun at it. We really do, all right? Now what do we have to show for it on the pound New Zealand? Well, where the old one ends, the new one begins. You see this? And what's happened here is this. We are now in this U-turn. This U-turn on the pound New Zealand is happening, okay? So what you need to understand is this thing is poised for a massive push to the upside. You just have to be there to take advantage of it. Look at the day chart, okay? Let me do it simply. I'll just let the auto fibs do it for me. Just find the high price and click on it. Look, this is what's been happening in the pound New Zealand. The cool part, you see this here, A, B, where's C? It's right here, okay? C is the high price. This red Fibonacci level. You want to see something really neat? If we're supposed to be going from red to red, okay, red to red, that means that in the future we were supposed to head all the way down to this point. Do you know what this is? That's the Brexit. That's the leave vote, that big surprise vote. The big surprise in Britain was that they voted to leave, and all of a sudden the pound went falling because of it. The cool part of this, and it shows it to you, is the Fibonacci's told you that was going to happen before it happened. And it went right to that Fibonacci level. And now look what's happening. We got a massive U-turn, okay? This massive U-turn is happening right now. And if we bounce off of this blue and we head up to this blue right here, blue to blue, that's what, 212. We're at 186. That's 2,600 pips. Okay, 2,600 pips. Write it down. That's $26,000. Okay? And all you're going to do is go to the 2-hour chart to find 1, 2, 3 buys. Does that work? Look, here's one. Here's one. Hold on. See if there's another one. There's one. Okay, profit opportunity. Where else? There's one. I mean, how many times would you have to see this continue to work before you said, holy cow, I've got to get that on my desk? Well, that's what we built our business on the last 22 years. If you didn't get the first one, they gave you a second chance. If you didn't get the second one, you still got another chance. Okay, what's happening now? Okay, look at this. Is that a strong move down? You bet it is. Is that the candle changing color? You bet it is. Is that the stochastic in the buy zone? That's a 1, 2, 3 on the 2-hour. Okay, if you left the first one on the table to the tune of 957 pips. Okay, that's $10,000. I don't want to see you miss it again if it's right there. Okay, I can only show you so many times that this works, but here, okay, there's still 26 grand in opportunity just in one currency. Now what about the pound Australian? It's the same thing. Look, put the auto Fibonacci's right on it. Okay, just find the low price. There it is, and it shows you. Look at that U-turn, 174. Even if I go to the blue level, 178, I'll be conservative. Go to the lower one. That's still 300 pips, still 3 grand. Okay, so now I'm up to 29. Pound yen, U-turn. Okay, where are we going? We're bouncing off of the red level, red to red, from 37 to 45. That's 800. That's $8,000. 800 more pips. Okay, even if you do this, listen, even if you do this with a mini lot, I'm showing you $4,700, and in fact, there's one more here. I don't want the day chart. I want, yeah, I do. Hold on, there's the day chart, right? Pound Canadian, okay? This is happening right now. Red level to red level, another 500. So that's 5 grand. I mean, if you can use it, then you got to try it. What do you think? I know you're ready. Okay, you've been here with me an hour and 10 minutes, and you're ready to trade the Forex because you've got all the knowledge that you need, right? Everyone comes to Investor Inspiration because they want to know what the thing is to know. Well, you're talking like a Forex trader now. I turned you into one, okay? And I probably just messed you up pretty good because you're like, I have to do that. Okay, I'm going to tell you you're ready, okay? ABC 1, 2, 3, you know your daily range, you know all this stuff, okay? All you need to do is get this thing on your desk and give it a chance. So when we break, here's what we'll do. All right, I'll send you a download link for this program, give you access to the software with a username and a password. Let's get this on your desk, okay? I'll send it to you fully loaded, right? The auto Fibonacci tool will be right in there. If you got limited time, I'll show you how you hook this thing up right to your smartphone so you can do this when you're at the grocery store. I'll even show you how to set it up where if one of those setups happens, okay, the program will see it and alert you with a text message. This way, you don't have to constantly be staring at screens, which is nonsense, okay? The program is built with 2016 technology, okay? This isn't some old school thing. This is going to be designed to help you, especially if you have limited time, all right? If you didn't memorize everything, the tutorial that's built in, look at this. The tutorial that's built into the program will review everything I showed you today. Okay, you just go to it, right? You put in that username and password that I get for you. Here, I'll do it just to show you how quick it is. All right. Once you put in the username and the password, you get access to the online university, which is the tutorial for this, and it's everything I showed you, everything. Okay, no secrets. What's the Forex? Well, I know you don't need that one again, but if you do, there's little video lessons, right? You want to show this to your kids? You want to show this to your spouse? You want to show this to your neighbor, your brother-in-law, your trading partner, right? Everything I showed you today is in here. It's just little bite-sized pieces. Support and resistance, that's the ceiling and the floor, right? Fibonacci's, the A, B, C, D, and the sequence, right? Uptrends and downtrends. Managing your trade, candlesticks, it's all in there, okay? You can absolutely review this so you have this thing in your back pocket. Now, normally this is $249 a month. All right, but you get started, you get on this team today. I'm going to make sure that you get this thing for 2 months for free so you can try it out, test it out, make sure it works, okay, because that's what you want. All right, I can tell you, but what are you going to believe? You're going to believe your own eyes, and if it's on your computer screen, you're going to be able to get it. So what did I say earlier? 25 of you will give you a shot to get started with this. If you want to be one of those 25 people, reserve a spot, okay? Go ahead and put a number in that I can reach you at after we break, okay? When we break, right, we'll make that connection. We'll reach out to you. We'll get 5-10 minutes. We'll get you on the team, right, get you the software, let you test drive it, see if this thing works. Good. Tom, Sharif, Kayla, Stephen, Evan, William. Good. See that? Now you're talking because you understand it. Yeah, and why not? You got to give it a shot, right? What are you going to do to get started with the program? A lot of people say, well, I want to go, but I want to have a little bit of help. Okay. Today at 7 is actually a great opportunity for you to be introduced to our group. All right, at 7 o'clock, write this down. I need an hour of your time because I know you want to go make the money with the pips and you don't want to guess at it and you don't want to kind of leave it behind. If you get started today at 7 o'clock, what we'll do is we'll get you into a session where we'll give you all the pound setups. That way you know exactly what you're looking for, where your stops go, where your limits go. Let's get you out of the gate strong. And here's what I'm going to tell you. The market's setting up so we can impress you a little bit. All right? The market's setting up so we can show off to you. You're going to be a new person with our group. This is actually our best chance to show you our stuff. And what I'm driving at is this is a chance for us really to show you how to make some money. So if you're interested in doing that, reserve a spot. Okay? You can be in tonight's session. At 7 o'clock, it'll be an hour. It'll be a well worth it hour, okay? And then I'll even give you a bonus session to get you out of the gate strong. If you want to trade with us tomorrow at 3, it's another one of these kind of things that's happening. The Fed is announcing, all right, Janet Yellen's going to make an interest rate decision tomorrow. That's going to affect all the dollar pairs. So you got a chance to make some dough on the pound, and that's great, okay? But tomorrow afternoon, 3 o'clock, we're going to trade Janet Yellen's decision on interest rates. And guess what? We don't care which way it goes. We're going to be set up whether she says she's going to raise rates, lower them, or leave them the same. And immediately we're going to be able to push the right button and go ahead and make some money regardless of what she says. This is the kind of thing everybody's looking for. All right? Give me the right tools, the right team, the right trade. It's all in here. All right? If you got a couple of questions, let's just get them answered. All right, let's get you oriented tonight at 7. Let's get you trading with us tomorrow. In fact, I'm going to give you a 2-day session with us even later in the week so that you have this whole thing in your back pocket. Now, I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, man, this looks awesome, but I don't want it to be a waste of my time, all right? And I know there's no guarantees. Well, wait a minute. Actually, there is. When you work with us, there is. Well, what do you mean by that? We're so confident, gang, in everything that I just showed you, and we've been at it for 22 years, okay? We're experts at it. We're so confident that this works, that you come and do this, test drive this thing for 60 days with us, and we're going to show you 2,000 pips, and we're going to guarantee it. How can you do that? I just told you, all right? This is our opportunity to show off for you. And for the first 25 of you, if you say guaranteed pips, if that's enough for you to reserve a space, then please go ahead and do that, okay? Because I want you to be successful at this. You want inspiration? You're inspired enough to look into it. Now come trade it, all right? Then you're going to be inspired enough to go tell a few more people, and that's what we want. That's what the Ultimate Traders Package is all about, all right? Get the ball rolling tonight, 7 o'clock, okay? We'll get you fast-track trade. We'll trade that announcement tomorrow afternoon. Then I'll get you into a 2-day training class Thursday and Friday. Now you've got that awesome momentum. Put this to work. It's happening now, okay? Well, I can't make it Thursday and Friday. Don't worry about it. We'll tape it. Okay, we'll record it and send it to you. Or you come to another one that we have. We do those a couple of times a month. Don't let not being able to make it this week stop you from getting on this team, all right? Just tell us what days work for you the best, and we'll go ahead and make sure to get you into a 2-day class, all right? Then we'll just be able to trade this. Going forward, we trade it every day. You log in, look, we'll trade live, okay? We're always going to be doing the formula. It's always going to be the same. And you're always going to be able to trade with us right next to you. And we don't mess around. We're going to trade those pound pairs. There's 5,000 pips, right, sitting out there on those. And we're going to guarantee 2,000 of them. Why do we want to do that? Because if we get you out strong, gang, we know that you're going to do this as a lifetime endeavor. That's what you want. That's why you're here. I'm sick of this job. I'm sick of this, you know, whatever, making this bum money. I want to go trade. I want to be able to do it like these guys do it. Well, that's what I want for you, too. And if we can get you out of the gate strong, we know you're going to stick around, and that's what this is designed to be. All right, we've been at it for 22 years. We're going to be here another 22 years, whatever. All right, we want you there with us. The Ultimate Traders Package, right, is all about that, and the best part is you can test drive it for 60 days before you have to decide, all right, whether you want to keep it or not. All right, now the last question you all had, and we're running right here on the edge of time, so I'm going to go ahead and cover this with you. Okay, and I'm going to give you a couple of ways you can get started. You're just going to let me know what's the best way for you, okay? If you go to my website, here's what you're going to see. First and foremost, you'll see the value for this program. All the different things that make up the Ultimate Traders Package, each of them has a value, all right? And if you add up the value for each of those items, you know what you're talking about? Something that's worth about 16 grand, and it's awesome, okay? But understand, today I'm going to show you how to save some money today, all right, and still get you on the team. First way I can do it is this. You know what we do at the website? We bundle all of those individual items into the Ultimate Traders Package, okay? When you bundle something, everybody just gets to save time and money. That just makes sense. Well, that makes sense here too, right? Normally a $16,000 value, if you go to my website, you can actually get on the team and get all the tools that are included, okay? And it's not 16 grand. You can actually get on, right, for MasterCard, Visa, American Express for about half of that. Now that's online, okay? And you can do that anytime. That's the retail for the program. Here, though, at the workshop, at Investor Inspiration, we do it different. Why? Make it easier for you, save you some money, okay? Plus, give you value for the time you already spent here. What do I mean? Look, this was valuable to you. You learned something. Okay, we've been together an hour and a half. Imagine what you're going to learn as you go forward with us, right? The fact is, though, you're ready to hit the ground running, so that means this time was valuable to you. It's also valuable to us, okay? Now that you're ready to go, we're going to give you full value for the time you just spent here. In fact, we're going to take $2,000 off the retail for the program, meaning you can get started today for a one-time investment of $5,995. And there's actually 2 ways to do that, okay? You just need to tell me which one works the best for you. Option A, option B. What do most people do? Most people who start with our group come to a webinar, right? They see it, they say, I'm going to try it, all right? And they get started with what I call option A. They take advantage of the savings, okay? They put it on MasterCard, Visa, American Express. They get 2 months of the charts, and they get a 60-day warranty. Okay? Now, what's option B? That's a financing option. All right? Put a little bit down so you can reserve your spot, sort of get your foot in the door, and then what do we do with the rest? We spread it out over time. Okay? Not everybody can fit $59.95 on their Visa card. I get it. All right? So what we do in this case is we come up with a couple of different options for you in terms of payment plan, something that's customized, fits your budget, totally affordable. You tell us what you can do. All right? If it was uncomfortable, right, we wouldn't expect you to start in the first place. So tell us what you can do, and then we'll customize a payment plan for you. You do it as sort of a pay-as-you-go scenario. A lot of people do that. For some of you, that might be an easier way for you to get started. But I'm still going to give you 2 months of the charts to go with that. So at this point, you got my permission to enter your phone number so we can reach out to you. All right? Let me know the best way for you to get started. Right? Option A or option B. As soon as we break, we'll reach out, one of my education specialists. All right? We'll get you on the team. That takes 5 or 10 minutes. All right? Get your questions answered. We'll get you the download link for the software, get you into the class tonight. All right? And we'll also get you this, and this is in writing. Okay? Because I've got to let you know exactly how this warranty works. And here's what it is. We're so confident that what I just showed you not only works, but we can teach it to you and you can do it. That we're not going to give you like 10 days to try it out or 15. We say use all of the tools. Use the software. Come trade with us. Okay? Come trade with us for the next 60 days. And at the end of that time, that's when you're going to make a decision on this thing. And it's only going to go one of two ways. If you get to day 60 and you say, you know what, this thing works, I'm going to keep it, I'm going to be a trader with these guys, great. That's how it's supposed to work. All right? But if at the end of 60 days, for whatever reason, okay, if you say to us, hey, guys, you know what, it's not my cup of tea, it's okay. With the warranty, all we're going to ask you to do is give us back the stuff. And we'll refund every penny that you paid just for trying it out. All right? What am I trying to tell you? Your risk here is zero. Your upside is phenomenal. Your upside isn't only phenomenal, your upside's guaranteed, because if in that 60 days, because we're going to make this, okay? We're going to make the 2,000 pips. And the fact is, in that 60 days, if we don't, you don't owe us a dime. That's called putting your money where your mouth is, okay? That's called practicing what you teach, and we do. And I've shown it to you. I've got live accounts. I'm doing the trades in them. I don't mind showing them to you, all right? This is something you can absolutely do. You just have to give yourself a chance at it. The software's there. The education's there. The team is right there waiting for you. The only thing's missing right now is you. All right? You just have to decide to give yourself a chance at this. And it's either option A or B. Option A, one more time, $59.95, 60-day guarantee. All right? Option B, we'll just stretch it out for you. So at this point, all right, let me, if you already put in your number, you need to put an A or a B next to it. Wow, all right, look at this. Let me call all of you out who have already put in your number so you know that I have your spot reserved. Tom, Mauricio, Stephen, Aaron, I've got you as option A. Karan, option B. Victor, I've got your number. Let's see, Tony, I've got yours also. Wilson, I've got you there as well. Paul, same thing. I've got your number. Zohar, you're a B. Good. Michael J, you're an A. Aaron, you're an A. That's Aaron, E-R-I-N, all right, as opposed to A-A-R-O-N. Aaron, I've got you as a B. Alex and Brett, I've got you as a B. Is it Stefan? You're an A. Eldrick, you're a B. All right, good. All right, good for you. And the fact of the matter is, I'm excited for you, right? That you're going to be here on the Christian. I have you as a B. Perfect. Is it Bella? That's great. I've got you as a B. Great. All right, good. Listen, you're making a decision, and I know what you're deciding, right? Is this going to be worth my time or investment? I'm going to cover you on the investment part for 60 days, okay? Get your foot in the door. You put a little something down to open the door for yourself. You got 60 days to put this to the test, okay? Fact of the matter is, right, you're also trying to decide if this is going to be worth your time. I did my best to show it to you, okay? And in fact, I know that you're set up for success. I'm actually going to plan for your success. Try this out. Because this is our best chance to show off for you, all right, I'm actually going to give you a little incentive here. If you get started today, you're in option B, I'm going to plan for your success. I'm going to take care of that charting all the way to the end of the year. Okay, what do you mean? Well, instead of it being $249 a month, I don't want you worried about that. I want you worried about learning this so you can do it and apply it, okay? So I'll take care of that $249 a month thing all the way to the end of the year. You get started today. And if you're going to be an option A, all right, I'll take care of this till a year from now. I'll make it a little nicer still, all right? Why am I doing that? Because, look, I don't want you worried about $249 a month and all this other stuff. I want you worried about learning the ABC 1, 2, 3. Learn this formula, get your fanny in there and apply it. Give yourself a chance to do it. And if you're saying, well, I'm waiting for somebody to call me, don't wait, okay? If you're the kind of person that says, I'm ready to start, then you're the kind of person that I know is going to be successful, if only because you're able to make that decision. When you see a 1, 2, 3, you got to make a decision. So how about this? I'll show you that action is rewarded around here. You call the number that's on the screen. I'll limit this to 5 people. I got scholarship money that I can apply, but you got to call that number to get it. All right, first 5 people, I'll save you an additional $1,000. Okay, first, and listen, if you're going to call the number, that's great. Just let me know that you're calling, and I'll have a $1,000 voucher, right? Save that right off the top so you can stick that into an account and start doing some trading. All right, good. Jim, you're already on the phone. John T., you're calling in. Yeah, let me know if you're calling in, and I'll save you an extra $1,000. You get on the team today. All right, it's that important. And this is so really, what are we talking about? Now we're talking about not 16 or 8 or 59. We're talking about $49.95. Okay, for all that I showed you, and it's guaranteed. All right, good. Don, you're in option B. Yep, exactly. Let me know, option A or option B. Take action on this thing now. Okay, you can absolutely do this. All right, Aaron, good. You're going to get the 1,000. I got 3 of those left then. All right, 3 of those left. You're going to get the $1,000. Now for the rest of you, all right, we spent some good time here, and we learned quite a bit. And now it's time for me to because we got to get you into that 7 o'clock session tonight. Those of you that are getting started, okay? But for those of you that didn't put it in an A or a B, here's what I know. I know you can handle this part. I know that you can open up an account and do some trading, okay? I know that we like to see results too, and you're looking at that and you're saying, yeah, I want to get some of those. I know you can do this because I taught you good. You can do ABC 1, 2, 3, month, day, and year, or month, day, and 2 hour. So what's holding you back? I know the answer, the money part. Okay. If that's the only thing that's bugging you, then I'm going to take care of that right now. Because here's what I know. I'll give you 90 seconds on this. Okay? If the only thing that's bothering you is the money part, then I know that if I can get this for you, not for $16,000 or $6,000 or even $49.95, if I can get this thing for you for free, then what? Then you're ready to start? Fine. Do me a favor. Okay? If that's you and you want to find out, well, I can get it for free? Yeah. But you got to put your number in and put the word free next to it. There's a way to get it for free. Really? Yeah. There's always a way to do something if you want it badly enough. Okay? Every person that ever started with this program started the same way. They saw it. They said, that works. I've got to try it. And they either put an A, a B, or in this case, a free next to their name. Okay? That's what you need to do right now. Okay? You got another 60 seconds to do that. You want to call? Great. I'm going to save you some money. Okay? You're an A or a B. But if it comes down to it, I'm going to figure out a way to get you started with this thing, okay? Free, fine. Just make sure I can reach out to you, okay? You owe yourself at least an opportunity to give this a chance, to give this a shot. There's nothing else that you're going to see, right, that works like this. I know. I've seen it all. I've seen it. Give yourself a chance to do this, find out. And if the money thing is bugging you, I just took care of that excuse, okay? So with that, you got another 15 seconds. Let me just make sure I've got everybody, right? Who's in here? Paul? Good. Luis? Carl? Free? Good, that's fine. Right, Luis, I got your number. Carl, I got yours. Perfect. Before you log out, don't you dare leave without putting an A, a B, or a free, all right? And with that, I'm going to see most of you this afternoon, 7 o'clock. Okay, we're going to go get those pound pair setups, every last one of them. If you don't have an account open, we'll get that open too. All right, get you ready to trade with Tyson tomorrow at 3 o'clock. That's a big deal. The last time we traded an announcement like that, we made 187 pips in 28 minutes. All right, so that's a good way to get started quickly. That's why I mentioned it to you. We're going to go trade that thing live. Okay, Get you into your 2-day class. By the end of this week, you're going to be a dangerous person. You're going to be able to trade this. Start small. Start with a practice account. Learn what the buttons do. Okay? Do it smart. Start with a mini account. Prove it to yourself. If you do what I did, if you spend 30 days and you do what I did and you make 200% on your money, all right, you're going to know that you're on to something. It's not going to be me telling you. You're going to see it with your own eyes. Okay? And I know that that's the best way to do things. But the whole time you do it, you'll be protected. All right, so A, B are free, 60-day warranty, 2,000 pip guarantee, and I'm out of here. I had fun with you. I hope you had fun too. All right, and I will see all of you guys again. Before you go, A, B are free. Talk to you again. Take care.